Hello, my name is Suzanne Siskowski, and I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm doing this video to inform the public of what happened to me on April 28th, 2014. That morning, less than 24 hours after being discharged from an 8-day stay at the hospital, I went into cardiac arrest, and I died in my living room and on my dining room floor. If it wasn't for a home care nurse who happened to be there, who took the action and helped save my life, and also calling 911 and the paramedics and fire department that saved my life, I would not be here. The reason why I'm doing this video is to inform the public of how it happened. It was due to a large corporation who at this point is going to get away with this. It's called Arizona Public Services. It's called APS. It's the electric company. The electric company that I pay and many people pay every month. And I'm more or less paying the people that killed me and did not do any type of help prior and after and during the time it happened. I will describe exactly how this happened. Right after the home care nurse called and said that she was on her way, the electricity was blinking on and off, and then it went off. I called the power company who reported the power outage. And within a few minutes afterwards, as I was preparing for the home care nurse to be here, I happened to see outside my blind that it looked like white puffy smoke coming from right outside my patio. I walked outside, and it was the most horrendous smell I've ever smelled in my life. And I walked over to the area because it didn't seem like it was regular smoke from a fire, and I didn't see flames. And the wall that's right outside my patio is the outside wall to the building, and it has all the utility boxes, and both on the wall and on the ground. And I went back inside, called 911, and they asked me to describe where it's coming from, and I said, it looks like it's coming from underground. So the fire trucks came, the police came, they evacuated the unit I live in, and the people upstairs. I'm not sure if there's anybody else. And when I was, then at that point the nurse had come, and then a while later we were allowed to come back into my unit where I live. And I was just sitting at the dining room table with the nurse going over my medications and doing paperwork and that, and I started to feel funny. When I guess the nurse must have seen something in my face, because she suggested I walk over to the sofa and sit down. And I stood up, was holding the back of the chair next to me, and I just crumbled. I didn't fall, I didn't faint, I crumbled. My legs just went from under me. I have a person that stays with me that helps me, and both him and the nurse tried to get me to the sofa. I couldn't stand up. They got a walker that I have in my home, and I was able to get to the sofa, which was only a few feet away. The nurse started taking my blood pressure, and she had the wrist blood pressure cuff. There was no blood pressure that she could get. I had the person that stays with me to help me get my blood pressure cuff, and she also couldn't get a blood pressure using that. She had a little one on my leg, and the last thing I remember is her calling my name, and it felt like it was at a distance, in a tunnel type of thing. The next thing I know is that I guess I came to after the cardiac arrest and found out that the paramedics in the fire department had been called and they started doing CPR on me to bring me back. I was revived. I learned they had put me in the ambulance, took me to the hospital, and I had to be there for an additional 2 days. And I found out that it was caused by the Arizona Public Services, APS, the electric company, due to underground burning, smoldering wires that could have been burning, smoldering for anywhere from hours, days, weeks, months, or years. There's no set time for that, and it's usually industrial, so by the time if this had been not caught and I had not called 911, it could have caused an explosion or electrical fire, and nobody would ever know what happened. And it's like I felt I was dying. I knew I died. And it's like nobody's helping me. This big corporation didn't give me any information for over a month until they were forced to by the Arizona Corporate Commission. And they still haven't sent me anything in writing. The things I breathed in was polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, and aluminum. The polyvinyl chloride is PVC. So I want to inform the public of what happened to me and how it happened. And I've been trying to call people, commissioners, I've called OSHA, I've called everybody, because usually, as I said, this is industrial. And the reason why it's never been known in the public is by the time it's found out that, like a fire or something like that, the person's dead. So unless they do testing within a very short window of time, nobody will know. And because of that, they took my rights away from me, the Arizona Public Services, by not allowing me to be tested for being what I breathed in. And they were actually on site during the whole time all this happened, because the fire department or the police department, after my first 911 call, they were called in here. They had to reroute the electricity to this whole building, and they had 24/7 security at the in this property. There's a condo property called the Villages 3, and it was 24/7 security from Monday, April 28th, through till Saturday when they did the repairs. And actually, when they did the repairs, I heard yelling and that, and that white puffy smoke looking actually released again. And the people that were working doing the repairs only did that one little area of repair, and they didn't go down the line to see if there was any other problems. And also, when they dug the hole, they were actually taking pictures in the hole, which they have not given me. And I've requested those along with a report of everything I breathe in, the compounds, everything, and what can happen to a person long-term and short-term. So please like this and make comments and help me. And if anybody has the guts to go up against Arizona Public Services, please make a comment and I will call you. Thank you and have a great day.